installed. In the trunk we also have the original unit, some coconut floor mats that I really love. Everything is clear, there's no particular wind noise. I did notice there's one chip in the windshield right here that is fillable. What we see here is the steering on this thing is really like a track car. It's super taut. There's absolutely no play in it at all, which is a real benefit, I guess, from having disabled the power steering. So it's a bit heavy at parking speeds, but on the highway it's laser-like, and we can go as much as we want to go, as hard as we want to go. She's got lots of guts at 80. So this car is running beautiful. Here she is at idle speed. I wanted to show the rock-solid idle. Really nice response to throttle. What else we got? I'll show you this later, but it's the trip computer, all of the warning systems that work correctly. Nothing to say about that. Let's see what else. We got the M Technic wheel. We got the door panels, all look really good. The leather, I can't focus there. The leather is pretty much flawless everywhere. I believe it must have been redone. Sunroof functions correctly, as do windows. They're a little tricky. The switch is a little tricky. And then on the right-hand side, we have a bit of buzz here from the regulator. It works, but it probably needs to be replaced at some point. Driver's door, driver's window. Okay, watch us go here as we set off. Acceleration's perfect. Gearbox is great. Synchro's a little slow on second, but the rest of it is just like a slot car. She really does nice. This is a great example of the E30. Very fun and really smooth. Great engagement. Double clutch is not necessary. Really nice rever. Delicate as she could be. Great transmission. I don't think they've ever done anything as nice as this box. It's really a pleasure to use. Here's a surprise to me. Both mirror controls work. That's the right side. There we go. Here's the left side. It's really nice. Okay, listen to us engage this clutch here. How buttery smooth it is. Rev's gorgeous. Nothing to be said. Just as smooth as she can be. 100 miles an hour through the construction zone here. Anyway, she's just buttery. And the fifth. You hear that? She's perfect. We're going to the car wash because I want to get her all clean. She's been under a tree. Then we can look at the paint. Here's another thing we can look at. It's the dashboard. Here's another thing we can look at. It's the dashboard. Look at this. Perfect. No cracks. No nothing. Everything is original except for this stereo unit. Okay, we got that in the trunk. Did I show you the mirrors? Did I succeed in showing you drivers? And click. Passengers. Both work. Headliner. Okay, a little bit of staining maybe on the edges of the sunroof. Okay, it's perfectly quiet here, so I want to demonstrate the absolute judder-free nature of the clutch engagement. It couldn't be nicer. Couldn't be nicer. Okay, here we go. It's going to be touchless car wash. Okay, here we go. Driver's side jet. Right around the windshield. Right around the front of the car. Here it comes. This is the touchless car wash, of course. Jet coming at us, pulsing, and how many leaks do we see? The answer is 0. 0 leaks. We have a completely watertight 28-year-old car. In the paint here, her top has been repainted. There are some sunburn areas here a little bit. There's a little bit of rust on some areas of the sunroof, but we have another panel that's in the trunk and needs to be installed. These are the XXR wheels that we're talking about that actually look pretty smart on the car. Similar sun aging in the paint. The rear spoiler could stand to be repainted. I think that I might spend a little money on that if I were to keep her. But she has no panel damage at all. A little bit of door waviness maybe. You'd have to be pretty particular, bordering on obsessive, to see it. Like I say, the roof has been repainted. There's a little bit of flakiness happening in the paint right here, but nothing very scary. I think I'm told that a pencil eraser can get rid of most of that. You don't need to worry about it. I think these mirror covers could stand to be refinished. And if I had to do it, and I have a friend here who works in the paint business for car dealers, and is really great. He worked for me when I was at BMW. I would have this paint clear coat thing addressed by repainting the hood, because there's similar rock chips in here, and I have a price from him of $450 for that, which is a great deal. Tires are good and meaty. This is just a scrape that comes off this paint, as I haven't had time to remove it. This is the European bib, which is much more sensible than the IS nose. Something that it has introduced is speed that's too high on the turn signals. So if I read online that that's possible to fix. I just haven't had time to do it. Door locks. We have 2 keys and the other 2 that have not been cut yet. Door locks, power locks work great. We open the door. We notice that everything is in good shape. The driver's seat bolster could probably be how do you call it, re-dyed. But generally the leather condition is terrific. Seals are good. All right, we sit in the car and she fires up and just nothing to it. Okay, this is the slow wipers at slow speed, but they go at a normal speed when they're on high, so they work fine. They're just a little weird when you just turn them on. They go up, and then they're done. But otherwise, in a normal speed setting, they work fine. Let me see if I can turn them off. Okay, so here we are. Close the door. I think, even though the seals are good, you could potentially change them, and they would make things a little bit more solid. Let's see what we can figure out about this. And as we engage, check light. Watch what happens when you step on the brake. Up, out. Pretty awesome. And as I said before, all of these check features work fine. Okay, so we engage first. Perfect takeoff. My friend Max is here. He's working on an old SL that's mine, that does not have the water tightness that this car does. Okay, here we go. I always love this little SL there, but these are worth $100,000 now. It's a stupid amount of money. Here we go, coming out. Now, this conversion, the suspension conversion, I find rough around town, but as we saw on the highway, the exactitude is really terrific. So here we come in. I'll show you a second gear start off. Get a taste for how smooth that clutch is. Really nice. And we're going to come to a red light, so we're going to take a pause, and then I'll show you running through the gears. All right, ready? Here we go. We're going to head off. Run her through the gears. Okay. Take off. Revs beautifully. And that's not full throttle. Yeah, that's full throttle. So now 35 mile an hour zone. We find it's very easy to find yourself going 70. So we're going to skip over to 5th gear. Smoothly. Unless you're aboard. Fourth. Third. problem as the others. Okay, there's that fast blinker I'm talking about. And yes, according to eBay reports online, it is feasible. That's a cop, so I won't burn this light. We're gonna wait here. All right, here we go again. Why don't you take a stomp on it just a little bit. Runs real good. And it's possible to hang that tail out if you feel like it. Because that's what E30s are for. I find the brakes a bit heavy, but the booster has been replaced. And so I just got to assume that this was, you know, late 80s standard. I think in general you're going to find this car really fun to drive, but nowhere near as modern as a new 3 Series. I guess the industry's got to come up with reasons for us to buy new cars, but you know, for the money, this thing is a whole lot of fun. So we just put some gas in her. Now we're going to take a look under the hood. And what we see here is, look at that underhood heat pad, perfect. Really an unmolested original E30. The original color. Condition is really good. It's a southern car. We don't see any of the usual problems. Looks like the radiator is fresh. There we can see a new exhaust that has just been installed. There's the head. Doesn't look like we have a little bit of oil seepage, maybe, but no substantial leaks that I can see. The engine oil has been changed very, very frequently. I think twice in the last year and a half, 5,000 miles. The function is good. It's a good one. Here's just a few more things here. We have the perfectly functioning trunk. We have no leaks at all. We have a loose thing here. It needs screws are probably stuck down in here. Surprises. Trunk surprises. We have a roll of toilet paper. Isn't that nice? We have the rich Texas plates. We have the fixture that goes inside with some new bulbs. We have the original steering wheel. We have, what's this? What is this? What do we have here? Oh. It's a pump of some sort. It looks a lot like a water pump. So we have a water pump. We have the original head unit for the stereo that could be reinstalled. It looks like we have a Bosch Motronic injection computer. I don't know what its status is. And some cables. Don't know what those do. And here we have, in here is the next, it's in a sleeping bag, which is going to come with the car. This is the replacement sunroof, which I have been told, I have never looked at it, is painted the right color. We have a new battery under here, brand new, 2 weeks ago. So, by and large, there's a little water here. Maybe this came in through the car wash. But by and large, we got a pretty good deal here on a sweet and E30.